Should I bring up things that I know about you outside of the interview? No, is that what we should do to figure out who the weasel is versus who the tough guy is? Should we start doing that to each other?
Welcome back to the channel. Like, comment, and subscribe. We got to weigh in on this Chael, Sonnen, and Ariel Helwani heated argument situation. I really enjoyed that. Anyone that's in the fight world knows that Chael, Sonnen, and Ariel they go way back. They've been buddies. Kind of a strange contrast of friends for quite a few years now. And Chael Sonnen kind of took Ariel under his wing there after Ariel had the big fallout with Dana White in the UFC. Chael kind of helped to keep a little bit of respect on the Weasel's name.
That's you actually shitting on the event and the fight, so maybe I got bad intel. Here you go. Here's the crow, Chael. Here's the crow. I wanted to feed it to you. I'm going to feed it to the camera right here. The crow, if you'd like to eat it. Here it is, Chael. Eating the crow from Saturday. Here it is. Open big, Chael. Here it comes. The plane. There it is. Chael. Come on, Chael. We shocked the world.
Well,
please, apologize.
Ariel.
Apologize.
Ariel, there will be no apology. You must understand. Let's tell the story the way that it happened. This was an incredibly big surprise. Like, this was an incredible performance by Francis. And if I was to put myself in his shoes or just other things that I've observed, while you talk about you got thick skin or ice running through your veins, other people can't affect it. You're a human being, sure that they could get in. I mean, there was nobody that believed that Francis could do well, but that wasn't a joke. I mean, that was Tyson Fury himself. That was John Fury himself. They weren't attempting to hype or build a fight. This was one of those situations where, and I do maintain this was the biggest mismatched sporting event of my lifetime. But Ariel, that's what made this one of the great sporting events of my lifetime. And
they had the show together, Ariel and the bad guy. But I do not really care for Ariel. He's always been a weasel, in my opinion. So I'm not the biggest fan of Ariel Helwani, so I found it pretty entertaining to watch this argument, obviously. Got pretty heated at the end. I got all the highlights for you.
To leave the UFC, the decision to sign with PFL, who allowed him to fight in boxing, to go after the Tyson Fury fight, to have this fight where he had it, on the night that he had it, all these things over the past year that so many people, including yourself, criticized him heavily for. Can you now admit that he was right and everyone else was wrong?
No, but if he said he was, I would. Thanks, but if he came out and said, I don't care about the money, it was about competition, it was about proving something and living a dream, then I would fully listen to him.
He did say that.
I would always respect somebody.
He did say that. It was about...
I haven't heard him say it. If he came out and said that it was about competition, which so rare times it is in our sport, sadly, I would love that. I will always put a competitor first. But I'm only pushing back on you for one reason, Ariel, and it's not to put a mirror in front of myself or my resistance to do so.
Basically, they were supposed to get together and do a piece on how competitive the Francis Ngannou-Tyson Fury fight turned out to be, but Ariel Helwani had a kind of a premeditated gag that he wanted to work out with Chael, where he gets Chael to eat the crow and trying to make Chael out to be the bad guy. Well, fair enough. Yeah, they weren't getting along right from the beginning.
For Francis, yes. Let's say he made in the 10 to 20 million range, right, as has been reported. His last fight was 600K.
No. Well, hold on. Time out. No, you just lied. You just lied. There's nobody. Stop. There's nobody that is. You just pulled me up on screen, which I was there. Pull that up. There's nobody, including a terrible dirt sheet, that has said 10 to 20 million.
Yeah.
Not to mention, how awful would they be? I mean, that's a vast prediction. That's 10 to 20 million is a 100% gap. 1 million to 1.5 is what a professional would do. And Ariel, in all fairness, he got $10 million. He's always said $10 million. No one's predicted 20 million. The pay-per-view bomb. Don't come out and lie. 10 million's a beautiful number. Tell the truth.
First of all, how do you know the pay-per-view bomb? A. Who's reporting that? How do you know?
Ariel, what do you mean? How do I know?
And exactly.
What do you mean?
What do you mean? How do I know about the 10 to 20 million? I'll play that same game too. You think I'm pulling shit out of my head?
No. It's not a matter of that.
It is a matter of that. Yes, it is.
You said no. It's not. Your words are what I'm challenging. You're the one that lied. And I said to you, I'm quoting you. You said it's been reported.
Yeah.
You
on
can
the
bring
show.
up dog crap. You can bring up dog crap off the internet. I'll accept it. Pull it up. It's not been reported.
On this
you
show.
made that up, or you misspoke.
On this
you
show.
said those
10
words.
to 20 million on this show. Now I'm asking you. What? Am I not a source? Can I not?
Let me play a second. Francis made between no money and infinite money fighting Fury.
What are you talking about?
Chael, you should be reporter of the year.
Well, I have 13 trophies that say I'm the best reporter in this game. And so let me ask you, the reason why it's 10 to 20.
But 10 to 20 million.
Because the pay-per-view cut bomb. Maybe it's 15. So then tell me, I gave you my source. Me. Now you tell me your source.
No, I called you out and you got caught lying.
I didn't get caught. Who's your source on the pay-per-view?
You got caught lying.
Who's your source on the
For
pay-per-view?
one. Secondly, Mr. Liar, for that to be a massive win, you know he got 10 million, and you know that full well. So you're discussing he could have got another 10 million in bonus.
Everyone was shitting on him, including yourself. And let's be honest, you have a grudge against him. You've talked about this. You guys almost came to blows in Dallas. You've talked about this on your YouTube channel. So there's a vendetta there too. There's probably a little bit of a bad blood between you, and it's probably in your best interest to continue to shit on him. And I understand that. But what you are saying is incredibly, incredibly reckless, because you're ignoring the fact that $10 million is not a win for a guy in the UFC. No one's making $10 million if you're not named Conor McGregor. And then the money he's about to make, the next time around, the money he's about to make is going to laugh in the face of everyone in the UFC other than Conor, because he gets to play by a different set of rules. So you can dance around everything you want, but next time, do me a favor, Chael. Don't fucking be don't be a fucking coward and dance around this shit. Say it to my face. Say it to my face like a man, because that's how I know you. Say it to my face and say, no, Ariel, you have a vendetta, you have a bias against the UFC, and that's why you're doing this. Say it to my face. Grow a fucking pair. And I'll say to you, you have a bias and a vendetta against Francis, and you're a company man, and you work for ESPN, and you don't want to upset Big Bad Dana, because he's done some really nice things to you over the years.
So Ariel's running rampant, exaggerating that Ngannou's going to make $10 million in pay-per-view points, and that's just a crock of shit. And Chael knows that. Chael just wasn't going to allow that to allow him to run with that fictional narrative. And yeah, really from there, everything kind of just started to crumble. I think Ariel had come into the conversation really puffed out, like feeling like he was gonna get the best of Chael. He wanted to kind of like chess and checker himself into a position with Chael Sonnen, I think, where he'd get the better of him on the sports social media outlets and everything like that. It was really apparent that's what he was trying to do. He had a narrative to run Chael's name down. It was just really a shitty, weird fucking thing altogether by Ariel.
You're lying, Chael. I did it on July 11th. You're lying.
With the competitiveness.
Okay,
the
Chael.
only reason you're talking
You want
about
to keep
a fight,
lying?
Ariel, you keep cutting me off.
Because you're lying. Chael, you're lying. You are lying.
About what?
I did celebrate.
I would strangle you if I was there. Come and talk to me mouthy like this.
Do it.
Do it.
This is.
And Chael Sonnen was pretty respectful about it most of the time. Just kind of kept picking him apart and telling him he's wrong. As big of a success as it was for Ngannou, business-wise, obviously, it didn't make a lot of money. That's just the reality of it. But it wasn't supposed to make a lot of money. It was kind of meant to be a spectacle within itself. So
that your buddies got it wrong. It wouldn't make it a lot. And you sure didn't invite me over here. I sure was on with you 3 months ago. I've been on with you since this fight was signed, and you never celebrated it. You never talked about the money, and it was so rude what you've done to Francis here today, where you pretend to be his friend, talking about behind someone's back. I'm being a coward behind your back, but I almost come to blows with Francis face to face. Do you think those two stories go together, you little weasel?
What are you talking about? Talk about it on your YouTube channel.
About it, Ariel.
Yeah, go ahead.
This is about the celebration of the competition that he had. And when you talk about it, it will parlay you to your next fight. These are wonderful things that I agree with you and that we can have a meaningful conversation on. But this is you taking things back. And to come and ask me when something is done, literally whether this happened or not, of course it did. We're stating facts. I interpret that for me to educate people about the standard of the industry and what could be changed to make it better next time. It's a very rare event. It's a very rare sporting event in my lifetime where it's bigger after the fact.
That's why we can talk about it. That's why I'm asking about the benefit of hindsight.
And how it worked. The fact that it was
from their difference in points of opinion there, everything just fell apart. It was weird. Yeah, it was really weird, but I loved it. It's going to be a bad situation for Ariel Helwani now. He's going to have a lot of people that really were hesitant on coming onto his show or hesitant on doing video calls with him. There's going to be a bit of a movement now to oust Ariel Helwani out of the fight community, so I'm stoked on that. I got all the highlights for you guys.
I don't know why you did it, Ariel. I don't know why you did it.
I literally said, now that we have the benefit of hindsight and looking back in retrospect, can you consider
Ariel,
that
you
this
know
worked
that's
out?
not what Ariel, you know that wasn't your point. Or we would just do that now. We would do that all day. What fun would that be to listen to?
Because now we know how the story plays out.
Ariel. It was filmed and put around the world.
Now he knows how the story plays out. Now he knows how
Yeah. It almost seemed like for a couple of guys who are friends within the business community, it almost seems like they had never really had out the argument on how Chael's a company guy and Ariel's obviously got his history with Dana White. They never seemed to touch base on that, obviously, with each other over the years, because it came out during the argument. And you could just tell from their genuine reactions that it had never been brought up before.
You had a different message. And I do resent that you tried to act like I would have saved you in your motion. Come on over here. That's chicken stuff. I don't do that. I don't do that kind of stuff to you.
You're saying you're going to strangle me, Chael, my own friend.
You called me a liar.
Yes.
You called me a liar. Which in a worst case, I could be wrong.
Wow.
If I did something and I didn't have an intent, I could be right. You don't give me your friend the benefit of that?
Listen.
You don't give me the benefit that I could have been wrong? You came on and said that it's been reported that he made 10 to 20 million. It was your opening line, which was a lie. So I told you.
Which is strange because it's public knowledge, both of their histories. Yeah. Crazy.
Did I say that to you today?
No,
Did I
but
say
there's
those
a
words to you
habit
today?
of lying.
Then how are you bringing it in?
Because you tweeted that. So there's a habit.
But how would you bring that in? We're having a debate about today what we said. I didn't say these things to you today.
What are you talking about?
Why would you bring that? Should I bring up things that I know about you outside of the interview?
No.
Is that what we should do to figure out who the weasel is versus who the tough guy is? Should we start doing that to each other?
I didn't bring up a single thing that you haven't said publicly.
This is the road to nowhere. There was two things to observe. There was a competitiveness that was amazing.
It was.
There was a business life that wasn't viable. That's the truth. One wasn't viable and one was surprisingly competitive. I came here to celebrate the good, not only with Francis, but with Tyson. You came here to tell a message to Dana White, which missed. Like it always. I gotta go. I hate hanging up. That's what punks do. But I gotta go, man.
That's the weasel move. That's the weasel move.
You're disgusting as a weasel.
That's all standing here. You're trying to leave. You're trying to leave and you keep insulting me. You keep insulting me. Bring on the insults. Bring on the insults.
you called me the liar.
Some friend
You
did lie.
opened this by saying that it did 10 to 20 minutes as reported. You could have said, I'm guessing, I think, but you didn't. You lied. This is your opening line. I'm not going back, Ariel, like you tried to do with things on a different place that nobody here as your audience, our jury can see. I went back to your first line. Your opening line to me, you lied.
Oh,
I called you out, you got caught lying. You said it
Say it
10 to
again.
20, and you said it was reported.
Yes, by me.
Believe it.
By me.
I know
By
it's a
me.
fuck move.
By
You're a punk
me.
and you're a little
By
weasel.
me.
Goodbye, Ariel.
Keep insulting. Yes.
Ariel and the bad guy are no more. Big Nose Weasel's gonna be losing some viewers. But I still be watching your cringy shit, Ariel. Please like, comment, subscribe. I'm out.